What's up, everybody? Steph here, back again with another video in the backyard, getting some fresh air, after work like I do every day. In this video I will be discussing the importance of being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. Being true to you. Why is being true to you so important? Why is it important? What's the opposite of being true to yourself? The opposite of being true to yourself is putting on an act. It's putting on a performance. It's putting on inauthenticity. Something like that. Inauthenticity. It's a lot of syllables. But what's the problem with being inauthentic? What's the point? What's the problem with putting on an act or putting on a performance? I think it's starting to rain, and I think I may have to go inside. But we'll see. We'll keep shooting for now. What's the problem with being inauthentic? The problem, why do, many of us go through life being inauthentic or being unoriginal or trying to be a copy or trying to be accepted? That's the society we live in. We want to be accepted. We want people to like us. We want people to embrace us. And we often live this way at the cost of our own happiness, at the cost of our own freedom, at the cost of our own true expression of who we are. We suppress and repress ourselves and our truth until we feel like we live in a lie, or we feel like we're in chains. We feel bondage. We feel unfree, like we can't be ourselves. We're afraid to be ourselves because we feel like we may offend another. So we rather be something else. We rather be what's liked. We rather be what's embraced, what's accepted. We rather not offend. We rather not abrase another. But the problem with this is that when we live this way, we live as a prisoner, and we don't allow ourselves to truly grow and evolve to what we are supposed to be, we don't allow ourselves to truly grow and evolve to the highest version of ourselves or the best version of ourselves. Because why? We're living a lie. And when we live a lie, we're living on a journey that's untrue. We're living on a journey that cannot possibly set us free. We're living on a journey that is not in alignment with our purpose. So it's important to let that go. It's important to let go of desiring for everybody to like us, to accept us, to embrace us. Because if you live like that the rest of your life, you will never find true happiness. It is impossible to please everyone. So with that being said, it's better to be yourself and have people accept you for who you are and appreciate you for who you are than to have people accept you and appreciate you for who you're not. Because honestly, when we live that way, our sense of self-respect diminishes, and we live frustrated with ourselves constantly because we don't allow ourselves to be free. And this hinders our peace of mind, our well-being, our happiness. It hinders our overall life experience. So I want to encourage you today to be true to who you are. Begin living your truth and your true substance, and be okay. Learn to be okay with people not accepting that or not embracing that. Learn to be okay with not needing the approval and outside validation of other people to live your life. Because once you begin to live this way, you will become more happier with life. You'll become more happier with yourself. Your sense of self-love will grow. Your self-esteem will grow. Your sense of freedom will grow. And when you begin to be yourself and accept yourself for who you are, you'll find that you attract people in your life who have better energy for who you are and for where you feel like you want to go with your life. You'll notice that you'll attract people with better energy for you versus people who you tolerate or people who tolerate you. Learn to give people your truth no matter what they may feel or think about you, because at the end of the day, nobody can be happy for you. Nobody can find or achieve your purpose but you. And at the end of the day, people will always choose themselves over you. So choose yourself first, because honestly, self-care is always top priority. Because if you don't love yourself properly, if you don't care for yourself properly, you will never be able to give others or the world, and most importantly yourself, the best version of yourself. You will never be able to put your best foot forward in life, or give yourself the best chance to achieve your most awesome life experience, if you don't love yourself properly. And an important part of self-love is self-acceptance. So the first step in learning to be true to yourself is learning how to accept yourself, with all of your flaws, with all of the things that make you different from other people, with all of the things that make you unique. And learning how to accept everything about you that may offend other people, that may not sit perfectly comfortable and cozy with others. Let go of the pressure and anxiety to have everybody like you, because living your life like that, you'll never be free. You'll never be happy. You'll never have peace. You can't please everyone. You cannot please everyone. And one of the most important things is that when you live to please everyone, you're not a genuine person. You're not real. You're not authentic. And who wants to live their life not being authentic? Who wants to live their life knowing that I'm not a genuine person? You can't try to always be the nice person. You have to be the truthful person, because at the end of the day, people will respect you more for being real and authentic than they will respect you from always trying to be liked by them or accepted by them. You know, when you be yourself, you provide and introduce others to a unique perspective and a unique dynamic of life. You're meant to be different. You're meant to see things your own way. You're meant to come from your own perspective, because you introduce a new energy for others to interact with and to look at and reflect inward from. You know, you provide others an opportunity to see life from a different angle. And that's that's why we're all made different. That's why we all have our own life experiences that shape us to be who we are. We come from different journeys. We come from different backgrounds, different family makeup. And you know, you owe it to yourself to be yourself. We all have to live this life, and this life comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, and you know, just a lot of stimulants that cause us to have to evolve. And for all the hard work that you do to get through this life and to grow through this experience, you deserve to be yourself. You deserve to live your truth, no matter who approves, no matter who accepts, no matter who embraces, because you come first. Self-love comes first. You have to love yourself in order to be able to love others properly. You have to accept yourself in order to be able to accept others properly. Now, sometimes, you know, not being true to ourselves, it manifests in us being very passive people, and sometimes it manifests in us being very toxic people. So it may look like us being shy or afraid to speak our mind or our thoughts, or sometimes it may look at us not being willing to accept others for who they are because we don't accept ourselves, and not being willing to love others for who they are because we do not love ourselves. So it's important to, you know, take time to really sit and reflect and get to know yourself. You know, take time to go within, take time to be away from the noise and away from the crowd and away from people, and really spend time getting to know you. If you want to learn how to be true to yourself, get to know yourself. What are your thoughts? How do you feel? Get in touch with how do you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. And when it pertains to different life situations, when it pertains to life as a whole, learn about yourself. What is it that makes you tick? What is it that stimulates your mind, stimulates your heart? How do you feel about a certain topic? How do you feel about things that are going on in the world? How do you feel about society? How do you feel about the people that are in your life? Begin to ask yourself all of these questions and identify those truths and begin to honor those truths. Because once you take these steps of identifying those truths and honoring these truths about yourself, you will finally begin to access your true life paths, your true life path, your true journey to your purpose, and you know, really shaping your life to be everything that it is meant to be for you, not for other people, not to please other people, not to impress other people, but a true life journey that ultimately leads to your happiness and your fulfillment by honoring your own journey and your individuality. And it's okay to differ with other people and still accept them and love them for who they are. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not have the same exact thoughts or perspectives or positions as the people that you talk to or the people that you know. It's okay to come from a different perspective and a different position. That makes you you. We aren't put here to try to be everybody else. We all have our own individual standard of beauty, because we're all different. We shouldn't try to be like everybody else. We shouldn't try to please everybody. You know, it's okay to be you and still interact with the world outside of you in love and patience and kindness, and friendship and charity. But self-care is primary. So I want to just encourage you again to be who you are, love yourself, accept yourself for who you are, live out your truth, and live in this way. You will be able to truly accomplish all that you came to this earth to accomplish. All right, thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Like and subscribe and join my community here on YouTube. Peace.